Boys, welcome back to the channel. FootyGuru here, and today we're diving into the second episode of our South Coast Magpies Let's Build series. If you missed the first episode, be sure to check it out. This episode, it's all about recruiting and signing our players. For our first signing, we'll be looking to pick up a beast forward, the marquee signing for the South Coast Magpies. Let's go ahead and pick up the first player of the Magpies, Paddy Carrigan. How much is he asking for? $560. I think we can make $600 work, just to be sure that we'll actually get him. Boom! And our marquee signing has been made. Patrick Carrigan will be joining the South Coast Magpies. Let's go sign the rest of the spine and we'll see where we can go from there. Now we'll start with the fullback. We're going for AJ Brimson, $620. That's a lot to ask for a fullback, but he is very good and I think it's worth it, so let's submit that offer and see what happens. And there we go, AJ Brimson signed to the club as the fullback. We're going to be signing Tamare Martin, a quality young gun for the Warriors, and let's sign him for $625 on a 3-year deal. Tamare Martin is happy to accept the contract offer and shows us that we've made the right choice. Beautiful. Onto the halfback position. There were a lot of gun choices to choose from, but we've ended up going with a young gun that I can see playing for the Magpies for a long career. Isaiah Katoa has a very bright future ahead of him, and let's sign him for $600k. Boom. Isaiah is ready to tear up the track after signing with the club. Once again, another stacked position, but we're not going for anyone with an incredibly high over. We're going for someone who I'd say is a little bit underrated. We're looking to sign Mitch Kenny from the Penrith Panthers for $575,000 on a 2-year deal. Let's see what he has to say about that. Ooh, we have missed out on the signature of Mitch Kenny. He's signed a 3-year deal with the Penrith Panthers. Onto our second resort, we'll be going with Jaden Sullivan on a $550,000 deal for 2 years. Let's see if Jaden's up for that. Jaden can't wait to knuckle down and show why we wanted to sign him. Let's go. Hooker down, and the spine is finished. Now for our two big boppers. Let's sign Spencer Leniu. $455k for 2 years. Let's see if we can get him for a little cheaper for 3 years. Long-term deal, Spencer Leniu. And we've missed out on the signature of Spencer Leniu. Once again, another 3-year deal with the Penrith Panthers. Taniela Paseka. Let's take a look at him. What's he asking for? Expected salary range $417 to $436. We really want to lock him down, so let's go $415k. Taniela, can't wait to knuckle down and show why we signed him. Perfect. That's our first prop down. I've been looking at either Corey Jensen or Terrell May, but why don't we just sign both of them? One can be an impact off the bench. Terrell May, $318 to $342. Yeah, let's go $320,000 for 2 years. Submit. And we've missed out on Terrell May. Anyway, let's go Corey Jensen here for $370. Let's go $370 just to make it a little more secure for 3 years. I like the look of Corey Jensen. Submit. Corey is looking forward to a long and prosperous time with our club after signing this contract. Amazing. I was just looking through to find another prop, and I came across Jamin Jolliffe. He's a very underrated player for the Titans, and look how cheap we can get him for. We'll go $2.95 for 2 years. What do you think about that? Jamin is ready to tear up the track after signing with the club. Great. On to the wingers now, and I was actually looking at Greg Marshew from the Knights. Absolute powerhouse on the wing. And we can get him for hopefully $440 on a 3-year contract. Let's see. Greg is behind the club in every way and says it's great to be signing. Perfect. One winger down. Looks like we'll hopefully be going with youngster Will Warbrick from the Melbourne Storm. He's pretty efficient on the wing down in Melbourne. Let's go 360 just so we can secure the signing with him for 2 years. Will Warbrick. He can't wait to knuckle down and show why we signed him. Now for our first centre, we're hopefully going with Nick Meaney. He could be really good for our team because he can play almost anywhere. Winger, centre, even fullback if Brimson's out. We'll offer him $400 for 3 years. Submit offer. He's very happy to accept the contract and believes he can show why he belongs and deserves to play. Amazing, because we're going to need you to play. For our second centre, I've been looking at Brian Kelly. With an over of 79, we can get him for decently cheap, and I think he would go well in this Magpies team. So let's see what he has to say about $390k for 2 years. He believes he has enough years in him to give back what we signed him for. Now for our second row spot, we're going to be signing 3. One will have an impact off the bench and 2 to start. So first guy we're going to go with, I was looking at Britton Nickera. With an over of 80, we can get him for pretty cheap. Only 3, I reckon 360, and we want to secure him on a long-term deal. So let's go 3 years, submit offer. Britton is very happy to accept the contract offer and believes he can show why he belongs and deserves to play. Let's see what Bryce Cartwright has to say about $415 on a 3-year deal. Submit. Bryce sees big things in our future, so is very happy to have signed. Well, Bryce, I do too. And for our third second role, we'll be going with Zach Hosking. Let's go $325 on a 3-year deal. Zach is very happy to accept the contract offer and is already working hard to show him why we wanted to sign him. For our utility, we'll be going with Connor Watson. Let's offer him $435 for 2 years. Let's see what you have to say, Connor. Connor is very happy to accept the contract offer and is already working hard to show why we wanted to sign him. Alright, now here we are with our finished roster for this series in the South Coast Magpies. We've got our star, Patrick Carrigan, with an over of 96. Look at this progression from all these players. They've all gone up since I signed them. We've got Pat Carrigan, Taniela Paseka, AJ Brimson as our star fullback, Bryce Cartwright on the edge, Greg Marshew on the wing, youngster Tamari Martin in the 5'8" position, Nick Meaney for our centre, Isaiah Katoa in the halfback, Jaden Sullivan for hooker and can even play backup half. He can really play anywhere. Blake Taff, backup fullback, Connor Watson for our utility player on the bench, Corey Jensen, Will Warbrick, Zach Hosking, Brian Kelly, Britton Nickera, Corey Pakes, Mark Nichols, Jamin Jolliffe, Paul Alamotti, and Josh Rogers. I think there's a lot of depth and promise within this team, and I guess we'll see where we can take it in this series. In the next episode, we'll be off to Auckland for the Nines competition, so like I said before, drop down some team lists in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you liked that, Please make sure to subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next one. FootyGuru out.